Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is, do nice guys finish last? Now, this is video number 146. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the channel, please write it in a comment below. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and hit like. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype or email coaching, be sure to visit my website, thelovechat.net/coaching. Now then, do nice guys finish last? And this is not gender specific, though we're saying do nice guys finish last. It's more like do nice people finish last. And there's this idea that when you're nice, people take advantage of you. And this is most commonly used for dating. So what does it really mean, right? When there are nice guys or girls or whatever in relationships, and that is then taken and viewed as something to be walked all over. And I suppose it begins at a place of perception, right? We perceive that nice guys finish last. And some people have this idea that in order to keep your partner long term, you need to treat them poorly, right? And this is something called negging. Basically, you put other people down so that their self-esteem is lower. Thus, they will seek more validation and they are an easier target to date because they believe that they can't do any better. There's this idea that nice guys just don't do well in relationships because they have no spine. And I push against that idea because I think there's a very real difference between being a nice person and having no backbone. It is entirely possible to do both. So what are we really talking about here? The term nice guys finish last comes from that very idea, that nice also means a pushover, means you'll let everything happen. It means that there are no boundaries. This other person can get away with murder and you won't say anything about it. That's where we need to push back. Nice guys do not finish last. So let me edit that statement. People with no boundaries finish last. People who have no red line, who excuse everything, finish last. And so many of you are here to win your ex back. Others have gotten over your ex and you're here for maybe some dating advice. And maybe others still are just looking for some friends. I can think of no better way to achieve these three goals than knowing your worth, sticking to your worth, and not being afraid to lose people when they do not treat you in a way that you deserve. Now, for relationships, this is scary, right? Because we believe that we can't do any better. We're operating from a state of fear. Or maybe we believe that we love this person so much and this is the only person for us. We've found the one, and so we have to fight and be a really good partner and really try for the relationship when the other person is not giving you any indication that they're going to put in equal effort as an equal partner. And so what do? We begin to let a lot of stuff go. We begin to accept being talked down to. We begin to allow them to win every argument rather than working together for a compromise. And we forget that having boundaries, or aka a backbone, is one of the things that makes people attracted to us. The fact that we can push too far. We can screw up. There is a red line. And when we cross that red line, we can get dumped. And if the other person no longer believes that that exists, because they don't believe that you trust yourself and you love yourself and you respect yourself, the game is over. The challenge is won. They have no reason to be afraid or worried or any of that because it's a one-way deal. You're going to a car dealership and they're handing you a brand new car and $30,000 cash. You got the money and the car. So why would they have any inclination to respect you? And if they cannot respect you, they cannot love you. Think about that. Think about your interpersonal relationships. If you don't respect somebody, then you probably don't care much about their opinion or their feelings. It's necessary. We need to understand and have mutual respect for one another. Otherwise, it's not a place that attraction can grow. And so many of you are operating from fear. You're afraid of pushing back against your ex. Now, I'm not talking about calling them and starting a needless interaction because we also don't want things to be negative. But we'll let them get away with everything. Maybe you're broken up with and you're still paying their bills. Maybe they broke up with you and they're still living in your house. These are things that push against boundary, right? There's one thing to be a good human being and help out somebody who's down on their luck. There's another thing to allow them to be walked all over you. You need to have boundaries in order to be respected. And if this person, when you finally do enforce boundaries, if this person gets angry at you, and if this person yells and screams and backs away and says how toxic you are, then I think you know what you need to do. This is not the person that you're supposed to be with. And that's okay. Because the longer you spend with a person you're not supposed to be with, the longer you enable yourself to continue avoiding meeting the person you are supposed to be with. The other half of this conversation comes down to, but then why do people always go for the worst option, right? For the bad choice, for the bad boy? Because they are perceived as being this wild, untamable thing, and that's new, and that's exciting. They've already tested you. They've already tried you. You are a known element. This other person is not. They are mysterious. They are untamed. And there's nothing we love to do more than gain validation from somebody who resisted it at first. And that's what these quote-unquote bad boys are doing. You don't need that type of validation. And so I leave you with this. The way that you allow others to treat you in your life is a mirror to how you treat yourself. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover in the future and what you thought of this topic. Additionally, if you'd like extra videos every week, private live streams with me, and free giveaways of my book upon release, just visit my Patreon. Patreon.com/thelovechat. Until next time.